Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're all well. Just wanted to have a little bit of a chat while I've got a bit of a free bit of time today, and wanted to talk to you about realistic goal setting. Now, I had a conversation with a client this morning about setting unrealistic goals, and I'll explain a little bit why this cropped up. Basically, what I wanted to say to you is that when you're setting out goals, this week's going to be all focused around goal setting, like I mentioned yesterday. And when you set out goals, they need to be ones that are going to be achievable. Okay. Now it's fair enough if you want to set a massive goal, like maybe you want to lose 5-6 stone. That's great. That's brilliant. But what you need to do is do it on a realistic approach. Now, a healthy way to lose weight is about £1 a week. I know you hear it all the time, but that is a guide marker. Now, you may or not lose more, which is fine again, but it's just trying to make sure it's steady and sustainable over a period of time rather than fast. Now, what I'm going to say to you is, if you set a goal that you want to lose 5 or 6 stone in 12 weeks, then great. But you know what? That's probably unrealistic, because you're going to have to lose like, what would it be? It'd be like half a stone every single week for 12 weeks. That is, well, it basically means you've got to save a shit ton of calories, or a hell of a lot of calories, full stop. In terms of, you know, if you got a pound is like 3,500 calories, let's say, which is usually the guide marker to lose a pound. So if you want to times that by 7, that's 21,000 calories over a week. Okay, that's a lot of saving. So you're going to have to either do something very, very, very restrictive, maybe a juice diet, or you're going to have to do excessive amounts of exercise. You know, that's a hell of a lot of calories to lose. So what I'm saying to you is, if you've got 6 stone to lose, you want to spread it over the year and not over the, or even 2 years, depending on how far away your end goal is. And it's about setting something that's going to be achievable for you. Now, where I want you to relate to this is, I'm going to tell you a little bit of story that I was telling a client this morning, and that was basically, last year, I sat down and was thinking about my goals for this year, and last year I didn't actually set myself any goals. Now, could that be part of the reason why my body composition goals didn't go right? Maybe. But I didn't have any goals in place. So I didn't have anything to work towards, which meant I was more prone to taking time out and not doing what I should have been doing. So that could be a problem. Now, that said, I tried in August last year. I put a post up that I was going to start getting lean, ready for a photo shoot. Guess what happened after the first 2 weeks? It all went down the pan, right? I didn't want to accept the fact that this year for me last year, 2017, was all about business, and that was my main focus. And my body composition goals had to be put by the wayside. And because I set a goal to get in shape, what happened was I ended up gorging on food because I was thinking restrictive all the time and thinking diet. However, we got to December, and in one of my coaching groups that I'm in, they were running like 6 weeks of getting things done. So I decided to jump on board, one of the goals being that I just literally move every single day. Like a small goal that I could do between 20 minutes and an hour every single day, or 5 days out of 7. I set myself a small goal to do some form of exercise. And guess what? I was the most consistent I had been in the last 2 years. Guess what else I did? I set a small goal that I was going to eat nutritionally dense meals. Guess what happened? I did it. And guess what happened by the Christmas? In that 6 weeks, I lost 3 kilos. So what my point is sometimes you just have to have very basic, simplistic goals to get you moving. and then you can start nurturing it down the line with some further stuff down the line. That being said, this year I've set some new goals, and I'm going to talk to you about them in the over this next week. Shush, dog. Sorry, there's someone at the door. So that's what I want to focus on. And I just want you to know that if you're going to set some goals for this year, make sure that they're easy to follow. Make sure that they're achievable. You know, if you're going on holiday, then in 6 months' time, then you need to reverse engineer backwards what those goals might be. Now, it doesn't have to be a major goal. It could be a simple goal. It could be simply to maintain. It could be just to improve your cardio fitness. It may be to get stronger. It may be to get leaner. It may be to lose a specific amount of weight. It may be to just be able to train every day, or do 3 sessions a week, or to go to the gym once a week, or to go for a run 3 days a week. It doesn't matter. You need to write it down though. I can't tell you how important it is just to write it down so it puts it in place, and then you can come back to it. Now, don't worry if the plan needs to be altered and you're not getting to those little sub-steps along the way, that's fine. But what you need to do is just initially set yourself a goal in place to get you moving and to get you moving forwards. And, you know, I'm busy like you guys are. I've got my business, like quite a few guys have in this group, and I know quite a few partners that have got them. So I totally get the problem with time and stuff like that. So this is what I'm saying to you. Trust me when I'm saying write a goal down and stick it somewhere you can see it. Either on your phone as a background, on your computer, on your fridge, on your mirror, somewhere that can remind you every single day what your goal is. It will help you keep on track inadvertently without you realising. So, like, a lot of people struggle, and subconsciously, if you keep seeing that same message, it'll keep reminding you to stay on track. So that's what I wanted to just talk to you about today, about not setting yourselves unrealistic goals. You know, I'm not gonna expect someone to be able to run a marathon in 2 weeks. It doesn't happen unless you're silly like me and try and marathon prep or half marathon prep in 6 weeks. Don't know what I was thinking before I came PT, just so you know. But like I say, my goals are totally different for this year, and I'm going to run you through them all and how to structure them in this next week. Just so you can keep an eye out of what's going on. I'll probably do it Thursday evening at, let's say, we'll set it in stone, Thursday evening at 7:30. But like I say, these are all part and parcel of what the plans are for me for moving forwards. Anyway, I hope that's helped some of you, and I look forward to catching up with you all again over this next week. And feel free to put a comment below. Got any questions, pop them in the group, because it will always help somebody else out. And remember, guys, we've got the YouTube channel, the Body Transformation Centre. There's lots of videos on there that you can utilise, as well as on the website blog at www.bodytransformationcentre.com. Take care, people.